Hey everyone, it's Fitz with the Daily Delivery. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. I've been working on podcasts at the end of the week. We did the Questions podcast at GoPowercat, and then we brought back the Overtime podcast, which is a bunch of nonsense and fun. You can find those at GoPowercat.com. Don't expect too much from the Overtime. It is what it is. But speaking of podcasts, if you're not listening to the Cover 3 podcast from CBS Sports, it features 24/7's Bud Elliott and Tom Fornelli, and it's outstanding. And on a recent episode, they delved into the Big Ten media rights that are currently being negotiated. And of course, Fox owns a majority of that. They're kind of helping out in the negotiations. Dennis Dodd from CBS expects this deal to be worth about $1 billion a year. And to get there, they're going to have to divvy up the rights and add at least one other stakeholder, if not more than that. A very interesting idea grew out of that, and the gentleman brought up something about the Big 12 that I was fascinated with. First of all, CBS is losing the SEC to ESPN, and they think it would be wise for CBS, which we work for indirectly if you're at 24/7 Sports, but we're part of the family. They suggested to add the Big Ten for a little more oomph into what they have for college football, which is right now nothing. And then they delved into the Big 12 and said they would like to see CBS add the Big 12. And I think it was Bud. Hey, they're on a podcast. I can't see them. They're on YouTube, but I didn't go over there. That's a lot. They suggested they added the Big 12 because the competitive nature of this conference would be great pairing for all the platforms CBS offers. And I have talked about this often, but Bud went somewhere that I didn't expect. And I got to admit, sounds like I'm kissing his ass. It's brilliant. That if the games were streaming on the CBS Paramount Plus platform, eventually CBS could pair that with live time gambling. If it's available in your market, which now Kansas can, you will be able to gamble on the games, prop bets, the whole thing, right there on your CBS platform, which is Paramount Plus. And if you're a subscriber to 24/7 Sports at the full price for an annual sub, you get that for free. That's a pretty great idea. And I've been preaching that the Big 12 needs to get very creative with how they sell their rights because they just ain't going to be what they're used to. It won't be $1 billion a year, but maybe if you add in gambling as part of the actual deal, they can get closer than maybe anyone expected. Good job, Bud. I like it.